Okay, the court is back in session in cause number 321-222, case of style of state of Texas versus David Fred James Smith. And previously, Mr. Smith acknowledged that his full name is David Fred James Smith. And Mr. Smith was previously sworn in. His attorney, Mr. Matuska, waived the record in Mr. Smith's case. Mr. Smith, I have before me a motion to revoke your probation. This motion was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office on February 8th of 2021. In this motion, it alleges that you, David Fred James Smith, on January 29th of 2020, was found guilty for the offense of driving while intoxicated, which is a Class B misdemeanor. Your punishment was assessed at 180 days confinement in Jefferson County Jail, a fine of $1,000. The confinement was probated for a period of 2 years. And in this motion, there are 5 allegations. State, are you abandoning allegations 1, 2, 3, and 4?
Yes, Judge. The state's electing to proceed on allegation 5 and moving to abandon allegations 1 through 4.
Okay, Mr. Smith, the state is abandoning allegations 1, 2, 3, and 4. That simply means that they will not be proceeding on those allegations. However, they will be proceeding on allegation number 5. Allegation number 5 alleged that you, David Fred James Smith, failed to report to Jefferson County Community Supervision by mail or web for the months of July, December of 2020, January of 2021, in violation of special amendment dated January 31st of 2020 of the defendant's probation order. Is that true or not true? Mr. Smith, are you pleading true or not true?
True.
Okay. Now, Mr. Smith, are you pleading? Excuse me, not Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, are you pleading true freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading true because it is true?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Smith, I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishments. On page 2 of this document, there is there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that's typed MTRP, true to allegation number 5. Mr. Smith, did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
And hold on a minute. And Mr. Smith, on page 2 of this, excuse me, on page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Did you also sign this document? Mr. Smith, did you also sign this document?
I don't see the document.
This
It was
is
that piece of paper.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got it.
And Mr. Smith, on the next document, which is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, there's a signature at the bottom of this document. Did you also sign this document?
Yes, sir. That's my signature.
And at the top of the same document, there are 2 boxes that's checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you are waiving your right to appeal, which means you're giving up your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Smith, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Smith, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer State's 1?
Yes, Judge. State offer states one.
Any objections, Mr. Matuska?
Objection.
No objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Matuska, you've advised and counsel Mr. Smith. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Smith, your attorney, Mr. Matuska, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir. Very satisfied.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Smith, I will accept your plea of truth to allegation number 5. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
In exchange for the defendant's plea of true, in this case, the state's recommending that the court revoke the community supervision and reform the judgment and order that the defendant be confined to the Jefferson County Jail for a period of 30 days and give him credit for any time that he is legally entitled to.
Mr. Smith, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail. You will be given credit for any time that you are entitled to get by law. The court cost in this case is $117. Mr. Smith, will you be able to pay the $117?
No, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Smith, I have before me a document that is titled Affidavit of Indigence. And in this document, it has your signature. And this document was also signed by Judge Collins on July 22nd of 2022, stated that she was unemployed, no income and no expenses. Now, Mr. Smith, is this information on this document still true today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Mr. Smith, the court is going to find that you're indigent pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, and therefore, pursuant to that article, your court costs in this case will be waived. That simply means you will not have to pay it. Now, Mr. Smith, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Smith, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Smith, this will conclude your case. You can follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you. You too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, I'm gonna need a little break, but
Okay.
Mr. Kimler and Mr. Fackert are here. They may want to jump in and
I think I have Mr. Hold on.